Hi there YouTube. So I wanted to do one final video tonight. I'm trying to do a bunch of videos because I tend to get lazy during the week. So my last video is the top 10 things that I reach for. These are just things that I reach for over and over. I'm always changing up a lot of things, but 10 of these things I reach for every time I do my makeup. So the first things I'll show you are the brushes. The brushes that I always reach for are my Sigmax Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki number F80. That is the flat top one. There's a round top one, but I mostly reach for the flat top one just because it's really good to get underneath the eye, in the corners, and I just like it because to me it just seems, I don't know. I reach for this one more often than I reach for my rounded one. So I'm constantly using this one. This one is really good for my Bare Minerals foundation. I just dip it, tap it, and then buff it on. So this one here is a really good brush, and I believe they're $16 on Sigma. I will link Sigma down below. So then the next thing I'm always reaching for is this blush brush, and I mentioned this in my blush or brushes under $10 video. This is the Walmart High Definition brush. This is just like the Sigma angled top Kabuki brush, but less dense. So it's really good. It's just the perfect size for your face. It's very soft, and this is my favorite blush brush that I own, so I'm always reaching for this blush brush here. And that one, yeah, I have several. This is probably my next favorite blush brush, and this is a Sedona Lace one. It's just, I believe they call these goat hair. I use this one quite a bit also for blush, but I reach for this one more often than I do the other one. Then the Then the last brush that I reach for is by Crown Brush, and I have no idea what the name of this one is. I will link that information down below. But it is a very good dupe for a MAC brush, and I don't know the name of the MAC brush either. Everybody's talking about this. It's called the eraser brush, basically, because if you put color too high, this is great for taking it down. It's very thick, very densely packed. I will show you this compared to, let's see. Okay, so here's my Sedona Lace C brush. Then there's this one here. You can see how fat it is. I mean, it fits a big portion of your eye compared to this one. Okay, so this here, I reach for this brush all the time, not only for my highlighter, for highlighting, but to put or to bring down the color if I brought it up too high. It's a really good brush. This is called the erase brush to me because it just erases any mistakes that I've made. It's really good for taking your highlight, you know, like out and around to get rid of anything that you might brought over here. So it's a really good brush. It's by Crown Brush. Way cheaper than buying a MAC brush. I'll show you a couple more tools that I reach for. I'm always reaching for my eyelash curler. This is the Tweezerman. This is the one with the silicone, the purple silicone pad. I prefer this one. I have another Tweezerman eyelash curler. It's a plastic one. I can't stand that one. That one never curled my eyelashes. What that one was good for is if you wanted to take a blow dryer and heat it up. That one's really good because you're not going to scald yourself like if you try to heat up a metal eyelash curler. But it never did a good curl. So this one here is really good to do a really good curl. This one stays in my makeup bag. My new favorite one that is out of my makeup bag. My makeup bag is never near me when I want to do my makeup. So I have one on my vanity, and that's the one that I purchased from Sally's Beauty Supply, and it's the Beauté or Beauty or whatever, but it has an E accent. And this one here is, it's shaped differently, but this one here does a really good curl too. So I reach for two different eyelash curlers. I always curl my eyelashes. To me, it just makes the whole look, you know, makes your eyes look more wide open. It just does a good job of, even if you didn't have eye makeup on, curling your lashes makes a big difference in your appearance. So I'm always curling my lashes, and the one that I'm showing you right now is a Tweezerman. The other one is the Beauty or Beauté or whatever it's called. I don't know. The next brush or tool that I'm always reaching for is by Sonia Kashuk, and it is her brow grooming type brush. It's double-ended, and it folds so you don't mess up the bristles, or you don't mess up these things here. This is really good if you have created spider eyes and you've just packed on your mascara too much and your eyelashes are all clumped together. You can run this through and it's like needles, and it will just separate your lashes really well. The only thing I will warn you about is that the ends are very sharp, and I constantly poke myself with this thing. If you're not careful, you will poke it. I mean, it's like needles. The middle is not, but the end ones are. So be very careful, because you will poke yourself and hurt yourself, and I've done it many times. Many times? Whatever. Okay, so this brush is for your brows. The other side is for your eyelashes. I'm always reaching for this. I like it. It's from Sonia Kashuk, and then you can find these at Target. I have had this one forever, but just the other day when I was at Target, I saw the same thing. It's a little bit expensive, but I have had this probably a good 5 years. I've had it for a very long time, so that is something that I'm always reaching for. Another thing that I'm always reaching for is primer, eyeshadow primer, and my favorite one would probably be the Too Faced Eyeshadow Insurance. I think I like this just because it's a squeeze tube as opposed to the Urban Decay. I like my Urban Decay primer potion, but I think the reason I like this one is because I can just squeeze it onto my finger. The Urban Decay, you have to, or the older ones, the new ones are squeeze tube, but I have the older ones where it was the brush, the whole brush thing. And to me, I wasn't getting enough on my brush. Whereas this one, it's very dangerous because you can accidentally squeeze too much onto your fingers. So they both have their downsides, but this one is in my vanity and I'm always using it. Another thing that I'm always reaching for is my Mally Brow Gel, and this is just perfect for setting your eyebrows. When your eyebrows are fixed, your face just looks completely different as compared to if your eyebrows are just, you know, going crazy. So I don't know about you, but like if you look in somebody's video and you see how well groomed their eyebrows are, you're like, wow, they look great. And if you look at somebody's video and you notice that their eyebrows are always going crazy, it just kind of brings the makeup look down. So I really do like this Mally Brow Gel. It has a little bit of a tint to it. It's got a little brown hue to it, and it leaves like a little bit of a shine to your eyebrows. And I'm always reaching for that. Once you use it, it's set. It doesn't get that white flakiness like a mascara might. It's a really good, the clear mascara from, I think it's Maybelline. I used to use that one, but then after a while it started getting dirty and you could see it through the tube, and I just, nah. But that one there has already a brown tint to it, and it's, you can't see through it, so you really can't see if it gets really dirty. I don't know. Whatever you prefer. Something else that I'm also always picking up is my Maybelline Dream Mousse Concealer. This has been discontinued, which is very sad because I really did like this concealer. I really did like this concealer. I'm very sad that I don't know why they would discontinue it. It's a really good concealer. It covers, it has like a cream to powder type formula. It's soft to blend. I loved this concealer and they discontinued it, so. But I'm always reaching for that. Okay, and the next thing I am always reaching for is my Maybelline Dream Matte Powder. No matter what foundation I use, I usually will use this to blot and take away the oiliness. I like to use my rounded Kabuki for the powder. Don't know why I choose to do this, I just do. But this is really good at matting out. See, it matted it out so well. Matted it out a little too well. I like to use this just to matte out my skin. Another thing that I guess this is the last thing. I guess I have showed you everything. The last thing that I am always reaching for, and I have been reaching for this since June, since I received it, is by Laura Geller. And that is my Laura Geller Blush and Brighten and Honey Dipped. I use this with my, sorry about that, Angled Top Kabuki, my F84, and I use this just basically all over my skin just to give me that really pretty bronze look. It has, like up here, I don't know if you can see that, it has like a lot of glitter, but on your face it really does not. It comes off a little bit shimmery, but it's like fine particles of shimmer. It's not like glitter chunks on your face. So I really do like this, and I have been using it forever, and I have barely made, well, forever I mean by two months, I have barely made any kind of dent on it. There's like no indentation. I mean, there's barely a flattened dome, barely. So this sucker is going to last for a very long time because I use that just as much as my Dream Matte powder, and my Dream Matte powder is pretty much sunken in. I'll probably be hitting pan at any time, but the Laura Geller is perfect in pigmentation and shimmer, effect. It's just a really good bronzer type. It says blush, but I use it for bronzing. That's it. Those are the top 10 things that I've been reaching for lately. This one is my newest addition for the last 2 months, but for the last 2 months I apply it every time I put on my makeup. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you like me, give me a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.